So today is my first day of orientation. So I'm excited and I'm about to tell you the 3 major things I learned as a nurse orientee in hemodialysis. Just got here, changing my work shoes. So the only thing that sucks working here in the city is looking for a parking. Thankfully I got one in like 10 minutes, but sometimes I had to go around. Like I remember looking for a parking spot for 30 minutes straight and it's not fun. But yeah, let's do this, man. So my first day of release, I have the responsibilities of a technician and a nurse. Surprise, surprise. Good short staff. Let's make it happen, right? It is what it is. Alright, so I'm here at break. I usually take a nap on my break. And I just want to record a video because I just want to get this done. The 3 major things I learned as a brand new RN in the hemodialysis field is number 1, I don't have just 4 patients to worry about. I have my entire cubicle's patient. So to give you a context, I was working as a dialysis tech for 8 years. It's pretty routine. There's not much change going on except for emergencies. It's pretty easy. Now, as a tech, you're assigned to 4 patients. And I know every dialysis unit is set up differently, but in general, as an RN, you're working with LPNs and dialysis technicians. Registered nurses are assigned to work with 2, 3, or sometimes 4 combined techs and LPNs. And each of those techs or LPNs, in most US states, they're assigned to up to 4 patients each shift legally. And as an RN, you're also responsible and accountable for their patients as well. So let's say if you're working with 2 combined LPNs and techs, you're dealing with 8 patients. If you're working with 3, you're dealing with 12 patients total. And at my unit, where I work at, the RNs here are to look over up to 12 patients at each shift. And as a dialysis technician or LPN, so we're responsible for setting up the correct orders, including the dialyzer types, the sizes, the needle gauges, dialysis baths, type of treatment, initiating and ending treatment, and of course, one of the most important, monitoring and recording vital signs. Coming from a dialysis tech position, you only have to worry about your 4 patients and that's it. So before, I would just worry about my own. Whatever happens to my other coworkers, I mean, yeah, I would help them, but I gotta worry about my patient. I make sure they're put on first, they're safe. But as an RN, you also share the responsibilities of the techs and the LPNs you're assigned to work with, and liable and accountable for what happens to these patients. That's the first thing I learned. Yeah, so that's number 1. I just got out of work, and to be honest, I did not feel like making a video on my second break. I was kind of tired. I took a nap. Needed that nap. So what I'm gonna do tonight, go to my hotel and finish my video there.
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
And yeah, so here I am at the hotel. It's like nobody here. So the second major thing that I learned as a nursing orientee was the importance of doing the dosage calculations, medications correctly back in nursing school. So while I was still a nursing student, every single semester we had to take this math exam, this dosage calculation medication exam. And to be honest, I saw that as a small thing because it was a small thing. I mean, you only had to take it once. Each exam only has like 20 to 25 questions and that was it. Unfortunately for me, I passed it every single time. They only gave you 2 to 3 times to take the exam. Failed the 3rd time, you failed the class. At my work, you have to prepare everybody's meds. We have like 25 patients, I think, 25 machines. Each of those patients have multiple medications. For the whole day, you literally would get hundreds of medication be given to these patients. In the beginning, I was confident, I guess I have to be. I really didn't bother doing the medication calculation by hand because I thought they were easy. Some dosages, some orders were easy, like the small ones, but there were some dosages that were odd or that required multiple vials. Long story short, I had drawn up the wrong dosage. Something didn't feel right. I asked my preceptor, and it turns out I was right. My hunch was right. I was underdosed. If my responsibility was to do the meds for that shift, I always wrote them down, and I was able to do the meds properly. So that was the second major thing I learned. And I think I'm a knockout right now. I'm gonna hit number 3 thing that I learned in the nursing orientee tomorrow. I gotta wake up in a few hours because I got work in the morning. So peace, good night, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it in front of Center Park or somewhere nice. We'll see. Alright, good morning, people. I'm going to work. Today is supposed to be my day off. I don't need rest 2 days in a row. My brother said they need people in the morning. I'm coming in right now. Took a 10-minute drive and I'm here. That's like the good thing here living in the city. You're so close to your workplace. The bad thing is that you look for a parking spot. At times, like today, I had no trouble looking for a parking spot. At times, like I'd be spending 30 minutes just to look for one. Anyway, I'm here. I am hoping for an easy day. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I just got out of work. It's beautiful out, man. What a beautiful day, seriously. So I think I like this spot. Let me just get my iPad in my bag. The third thing that I learned as a nursing orientee in these past 4 weeks was that nursing requires critical thinking and making decisions. So I have so many stories and experiences that I'd like to share, but some of them stood out to me because I feel like the judgment and the decisions that these nurses made, I feel like they really saved the patient's life, or they either protected their license, and that's very important. I didn't partake into the decision process that these nurses made. All I did was watch and listen and learn. Okay, so for example, so for example, this patient came to the unit, looked completely fine to me, was alert and oriented. Patient was not in distress, had no shortness of breath. Everything looked fine. The patient was safe to be dialyzed, but the patient had complaints of general weakness, muscle fatigue, and of course me, the newbie nurse, didn't think of this whole coronavirus thing because the patient had no fever. So I asked one of the experienced nurses. We checked the O2 sat that I missed. It was 85%, and it's not good. So we gave some oxygen via nasal cannula at 2 liters per minute. The next treatment day, which was 2 days, and we found out the patient had been hospitalized and had been infected with the novel coronavirus. Lesson of that, I feel like I didn't thoroughly assess the patient. So my dad also reminded me that these immunocompromised patients, especially these SRD patients, they are immunocompromised. So their body, even though they might be infected, might not always show signs of infection. So now, even if the patient looked completely normal, I always check the O2 sat. It only takes a sec. So I could go on and on and on and on and on about these stories that I learned. I could definitely say that I could definitely use some improvement in my assessment skills and my critical thinking, and definitely will have to make decisions in the future. To be honest, I just want to say that working as a nurse is so different from my own experience, because back then I didn't really pay attention to what the nurses were doing. I just pay attention to my job as being a tech. recap quickly. So number one, I found out that I had to spread out my focus and basically have an overall view of what's going on in my cubicle. I don't have just 4 patients. 2, I had to take time in my dosage calculation and preparation, and that's important because I don't want to underdose or overdose. And 3, I know that I have so much to learn as a nurse. Alright, that's it. I really do not want to make this video too long. Thank you so much for watching. You subscribe. Peace.